does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review charged by BoardGameExchange.com, their excellent board game rental website. Today I'm very excited to be checking out Ninja Dice from Greenbrier Games. This is for 2 to 5 players for ages 9 and up, and it'll take about 30 minutes to play. And in Ninja Dice, you'll be playing as a ninja. Of course, you're going to be playing as a ninja trying to sneak into a house. Or you can enter the house through force with ninja stars. But you're going to have to be sneaking or entering with force and picking locks, trying to steal the most valuable coins you can by rolling dice. But your opponents are also going to be rolling dice, trying to steal coins from you, and also steal coins from your other opponents. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up and see how it plays. Okay, so inside of Ninja Dice, first and foremost, I want to mention this is the prototype edition. Obviously, yours, when you get your nice fancy copy, is going to be held together by tape, but I still like the effort put in here. It looks really cool, gets me into the theme. But you're actually going to be using this. The box that you're going to get is going to be used to help decide first player. You're going to be trying to roll the ninja eyes, and then you'll get to be first. Pretty cool idea. But, anywho, inside of Ninja Dice, what you're going to get is your first and foremost, your handy-dandy rule booklet. I don't know how exactly theirs is. This one's 2 pages, double-sided, full-color. It's got nice pictures and all this sort of stuff. Examples. It's a very, I want to say it's a well-done rule booklet, because when I go back through it, I'm like, yeah, this is really well done. But the first couple times, I couldn't figure exactly how the game was played. But luckily, you have me to show you how the game is played. Next, you're going to get dice. You're going to get a lot of dice. You're going to get 4 of these dice, which will be for your opponents. We'll get more into that later. You're going to get these, which will represent your house dice, your black ones. And on these dice, you are going to have symbols. So, for instance, you might have the lock. If you have a lock, well, then you're going to need a lock pick, obviously. Or you might have these guards, which have the guard helmet. And if you have a guard, obviously, what do you do with them? You throw a ninja star right in his face, or you might just, you might sneak by him, be nice and stealthy. Next, you're going to have your innocent, very, very innocent town villagers. And what do you do with an innocent town villager? Well, of course, you throw a ninja star at their face. Or you can sneak by him. Either one, you're going to be able to do that. But those are going to be representative of a house that you were trying to break into as a ninja. Next, you're going to get these white dice, these ones right here. These are going to be special dice that you're going to use to try and score points. Because in this game, what you're trying to do is earn the most coins by robbing houses. There's a couple different symbols. First, I already mentioned, you're going to have your lockpick, which you'll be using to unlock locks. You're going to have your stealth, which can be used to sneak by guards or sneak by residents. You're going to have your ninja stars, which will be used to, attack people, obviously. You're going to have this ninja, which is a wild. You can use it as whatever you want. And then, well, everything except for a fortune, I do believe. And then you're going to have this. This is really intriguing. This is called your fortune. Now, what this is, there's a little arrow down here. And anything that is on this side of the arrow, you can pick one thing, and it will get ×4. So essentially, if this was your roll right here, you would be able to turn any one of these things into 4 of that thing. So you could have 4 wilds, or 4 stealth, or 4 lockpicks, or 4 stars. So it's a really unique concept. And that line goes all the way over here. So this one is still going to do it. But if you got this guy over here, then you can't have 4 ninjas or 4 wild cards, so to speak. But that'll make more sense once we actually do a mock hand. Last but not least, you're going to have these dice. Oh, I almost forgot. I forgot one side of it. You're also going to have this. This is catching an arrow, which actually does pretty well. Because what might be happening is when you're rolling your dice to try and break into this house over here, these guys can potentially shoot arrows at you and try to steal your valuable coins. But on these ones, you are going to have your arrows, and the majority of them are arrows. I think 3 of them are. You might have the hourglass, and if you have all 4 of these up on hourglasses, well, your time is up. I guess the police arrive, and you gain no coins this round, which will really hurt you a lot if you plan on winning the game. And then, last but not least, you also have another catch arrow, because someone can also attack you while you're doing this as well, and this will just catch the arrow so you won't lose your coin. It's really complex, or it sounds really confusing right now, so we're just going to do a mock hand. So we're going to do a 2-player game real quick. So to start off, the first player is going to roll 4 of the house dice, and they're going to form a house. There's 3 rounds in the game. The first one you're going to do 4, and then 5, and you guessed it, for the third round you're going to roll all 6. So it will progressively get more difficult. So you're going to roll 4, and I have to get past 4 guards. I got to deal with 4 guards, 1 residence, and 1 lockpick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll all 5 alive dice, and then, well, I shouldn't have moved it. That's cheating, so we'll do that. We did that. And then, since there is 1 other person playing, they're going to roll 2 of these dice. Now, normally if you had a 3 or 4-player game or 5-player game, you'd only roll 1 of them most of the time. But since we're doing a 2-player game, you roll 2. So we rolled 2. 1 came up as an hourglass, which you can move over here. It's not going to have any effect. And 1 is an arrow, which isn't really going to have much effect. So we're going to cheat a little bit, and we're going to do that and make it like that. I also failed to mention, when you start the game, you're going to start with 5 coins. So we're just going to start with 5 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're taking a look at what's happening here. This guy is shooting an arrow at us, but luckily we have this arrow catcher, so we're not going to lose a coin. Because if we didn't, if this was a stealth like this, then we would have to give our opponent 1 coin, so they're 1 coin closer to winning the game, which is not good. But luckily we do. So we're going to take a look at what we got here. Oh, it's not looking very good. We have 1 stealth, we have 1 ninja star, we got 1 lockpick, and we got 1 wild. So what you're going to be trying to do is you're going to be trying to successfully get past all these things. So we could say, all right, well, I got my lockpick there, so that's good. And then I have my throwing star here, which I can use on any one of these guys, so I'll use it right here. And then you're like, well, I need 4 to get past the guards. But the thing is, you're going to need 4 of the same type. You can't have 2 ninja stars and then 2 stealth. So if you decide to go up against the guards, then you're going to need to have 4 of any particular type to do it. So this is going to be a hard one to successfully complete. So we're only able to beat 2 of them. Well, I guess we could actually turn this into a stealth, and we could say, all right, we got past 3 of them, so we could just stop and we could take our 3 coins if we wanted to. But we're going to say, no. We're gamblers. We are going to take all 5, and if you want to, you can do this as many times as you want. You can re-roll again. So we'll re-roll again. Let's see what we got here. This is a terrible example. We'll go like this now. We're going to cheat a little bit. And then, in addition, your opponent is going to roll more of these dice because they're still trying to steal from you. So they're going to roll 2 of these guys up, and both those arrows missed, which is kind of crazy. So that was pretty much a waste of a roll for them, and we're going to look at what we got in our hand now. We have one of the fortunes, which is what I was going to tell you about. So essentially, since this fortune has this line right here, anything that is on this side we can turn 4 into, which is very, very helpful for us because we can actually make this into a wild guard killing, whatever we want to. So we'll actually turn this into, actually, you know what? We're going to turn it into stealth because at the end of the round, if you successfully complete the house, or if you don't even successfully complete the house, if you successfully end the round and you don't kill anyone with ninja stars, then you gain additional points, which will help you, the non-violence thing. So we have our 4 stealth because this is multiplied by this. And we are going to say, all right, we're going to sneak past these guys with the 4 stealth. And then we're going to use this in addition as a... Oh, man. Actually, we're not going to get that point because we're going to turn this into a lockpick. We're going to pick this lock, and then the ninja star, whoop, right into his head. So, we have successfully completed the round. Congratulations to us, which means we're going to gain 4 points for the 4 dice we have right here. So, we're going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4 coins, but you also are going to get an additional 2 coins because we completed the entire house. So we'll have 5, 6 points. Now, if we wouldn't have had to use this ninja star, we also would have gained an additional point, but since we had to do a ninja star and kill an innocent person, well, we don't get that. So at the end of this round, we would have gained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So we're up to 10 coins, which is very good. Our turn would be over, and then the other player would do the same thing. So we'll do a real quick one of that so you can see how that works. We're going to put all these back, and they're going to roll 4 yet again. We'll see what house they got. They have 3 guards, and they have 2 people. So they'll roll all 5 of their dice, and let's see what they got. They got 1 arrow, and then, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm this guy right here who's got 10 coins. I'm going to roll 2, and I got 2 hourglasses. That's no good. They better hope they succeed here. 2 hourglasses, so they're halfway to getting no points at all. So let's look at what he's got here. He has got a fortune, which is pointed this way. So the invisible line is drawn right here. So luckily for him, he's going to be able to use any of these dice and times them by 4. So he's definitely going to succeed this round. But if, let's say it was faced backwards, then the line would be right here, which means he would actually get no special bonuses, which means he would probably, he would have to roll again, which means I might potentially, say, either steal some coins for him, or I might potentially end his round and he would gain no points, which is really going to cripple you at the end. But that, in a nutshell, is how Ninja Dice is played. Alrighty then, Ninja Dice from Greenbrier Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, the game is not going to be for everybody, mainly because it's a dice rolling game. Even though there is more strategy here than a lot of dice rolling games, it's still dice rolling and it's still got quite a bit of luck to it, which is just not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Also, the rule booklet is, I don't know if it's the rule booklet's fault or my brain's fault. It felt like it was a bit wonky when I was first trying to figure out the game, but I think it actually might have been the unique mechanic that I'm not used to, because once I finally figured out what was going on, I was like, oh, and then the rule booklet seemed a lot clearer, so it might have just been me. Those are the only real cons I have with Ninja Dice. I really enjoyed this game. This game will be on my shelf for a long time because, first and foremost, I love ninjas. Second, I love dice games. I love these light dice games. It'll take about 30 minutes to play these light filler games. And there's 2 main reasons why I like this one more than some of the other ones. The first one is the unique mechanic where the dice land is going to impact the game. I love this. I have not seen this in another game. Now, I have read up, and it's in a couple different games, but I haven't seen it, and I personally love it. I wish it was in more games because it really does make every dice roll different, and I think it's really kind of cool. Also, I love the fact that there's player interaction here. Now, in all these other light dice games that I've mentioned, your Meister Dice and all that sort of thing, there's not player interactions. Dungeon Roll pretends like there's, but there's not. But this game there is, because other people are going to be rolling those dice and they can steal your coins or they can steal other people's coins. And if they get a good roll and everybody gets the time glasses, then you get squadouche. I really do like it. I enjoy Ninja Dice quite a lot, and if you like these kind of dice games or you like the ninja theme, I think you should absolutely check out Ninja Dice, which is currently on Kickstarter, kicking some tail. At the time of filming, it's up to like $20,000, so it's doing great. It's going to get funded. You need to get on this train because this is a very fun game. So be sure to check out the Kickstarter link below. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was a review for Ninja Dice. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner. Also check out BoardGameExchange.com, the nationwide board game rental service.